So in this module, we have covered a lot of ground, including some pretty heavy topics like taxes and insurance and billing. And I dreaded creating this module more than any other module in the course. I was really apprehensive about doing this. When I started my tutoring business, I went to Staples and I spent about $40 on office supplies and I threw it all in a messenger bag from a previous tutoring job and said like, well, no, I'm going to start working for myself. And that first fall, I joked and I called it my barely paid internship in tutoring. I knew my rates weren't high enough. Every week it seemed I turned around, I had to buy something new just to get the basic job done with my few students. And I was driving too far. I was commuting all over the place. But I felt like I had to start somewhere. And I remember that feeling, and it can be pretty uncomfortable. And all my processes and all my business knowledge have come from trial and error. And this stuff can seem really scary, and I don't want to discourage anybody from getting started because it's possible. And once you're up and running, it's awesome. But I also don't want to downplay the serious decisions that you have in front of you. You're going to set up some systems like a bank account, like deciding what rates to charge, like a system for keeping track of your business finances. And all of those things have consequences down the road. They can all be changed. They can all be fixed. You can patch them up. You're going to learn as you go. But this is your opportunity to set some things in motion and create a business that's going to work well for you. And that's really important. So you have to do all of this important business stuff without getting bogged down in these pricey, shiny add-ons that you can get for your business that really you don't need, but somebody will tell you you do. So those are tough decisions. And you have to do a lot of individual work around the services that you provide and who you teach and your family situation to really understand the implications for you. And all that stuff, it's going to increase your costs when you get started. And at some points, it might seem like this is not even worth it. If I have to pay for this, that, and the other thing just to walk out the door and say I'm a tutor, is it even worth it? And the good news is a lot of those expenses are a significant bite out of what you make at first. And as your tutoring business grows and as you already have all these systems in place, those costs are going to fade into the background a little bit and not be such an overwhelming part of what you do. So hang in there. It can be a little bit bumpy at first, but as you learn, you will figure out the systems that work for you, and you'll figure out the things you need to spend money on and the things that just aren't worth it. And you'll settle into a rate is that is consistent with the value that you provide to your students and the ways you change their lives and all the costs that you put into the business. So I hope that this module has made you feel excited and prepared and not terrified. And I want you to go out there and do the work of finding out the laws and setting up the plans for taxes and billing. And we're going to come back next time and talk about policies and how to prepare for the unexpected.